I just wanted to talk this morning early. I'm driving home from Colorado, and I've been on the road since, before 5 o'clock this morning, trying to get as many miles behind me as I can before the heat really hits. And Skeeter is actually really wanting to play. Betrayals. Dealing with betrayals. We need to start having a different look at betrayals. I'm not saying you're ever going to like it. You're never going to like it. And none of us want to sign up for a bunch of betrayers in our camp. But the point is, when you realize that going through betrayal is something to discern if you're ready to go on for deeper places and more with God. Because if you can't stand betrayal, if betrayal crumbles you on the inside, whether or not, say for instance, you've been betrayed and you just can't let that offense go, then there you are. You're dead in the water right there. You're not going to go on with God. I don't care how right you were and how wrong they were. If you don't forgive, release it, you're wrong. You're wrong too, and you're dead in the water. You're not moving forward anymore. So it can kill whatever motivation that God planned, the destination that God planned for you. And also, then, when you do handle betrayal, it does something on the inside of you that you make a choice of whether or not you're going to let people in your camp that aren't with you. They're there for a season, but when it gets rough, they're gone. Or when something gets offered to them, they'll sell you out, or things like that. When you can go through that, and you've made the choice. Hey, there's no going back. I'm not going to back off or let this destroy me, or I'm not going to stop doing what God has called me to do because I'm so fearful of the pain of betrayal again, that I don't ever want to put myself in that position. But if you go through it and you realize that what I stood for, I might have not done everything right in that situation, but what I stood for was right, and I'm going on with God, I'm learning from it, I'm going on, then what that does is that is putting a maturity on the inside of us that allows us to meet opposition and do it even with more grace and more kindness. And not just if you're fighting all the time, then that means the wounds are still there. But if you can handle, you get healed of betrayals, then you go on, and it strengthens you and causes you to have this resolve on the inside of you that no matter if anybody comes with you or don't go with you, they leave you or whatever, you know that God, this is Skeeter, that God has called you for something, and you're going to be true to that calling if you go it alone or if you have people with you. Betrayal is not only a test, I believe it's got the ingredients in it. If we operate according to God's word and his will in that, it has the ingredients to bring maturity and strength on the inside of you to where you're not so fearful. You don't have to have everybody's applause. You don't have to have your own little fan clubs behind you to do things. Or you're too intimidated if you don't have a crowd of people behind you telling you, cheering you on. And it does something in you when you go through it, and you go through it, and God puts his grace on it. And anything that you lose during a betrayal, God always recovers over and above somehow or another. Just a word this morning: betrayals. Don't look at them so horribly. Look at them as knowing that you're not going to get through life without it. Jesus had a Judas. Do you think you're going to go through life without one? I have a Skeeter. Good morning, everyone.